Welcome to the Memorial Center with our Kingston Frontenacs taking on the Belleville Bulls. It's October 1st, 2004, the first time Anthony and Chris Stewart will lace up the skates together on this beautiful fall evening.
We're seeing more and more of this here at the Memorial Center. Nice give and goes.
Now actually Stewart gets it back on a partial break, scores! Side of the net, bouncing around, shot, they score!
What a nice play.
Stewart with the highlight reel goal. The Fronts have their first lead.
When you put on the Count Frontenac jersey, you knew the Stewarts were bringing the energy.
Chris Stewart going to town on Foreman. Stewart's got the lefts going, and he's feeding it to Foreman.
Stewart and Horton seem to want to go at it. Horton can't get his hand free, and Horton goes down on a solid right from Stewart.
The Fronts trying to make it a 3-on-1. Stewart has got Skinner going to the net. Over to Skinner. Looks to Stewart. Scores! Another highlight reel goal.
Chris was the ultimate power forward in our league back then. He's a big, strong kid who turned in really to a man. And really what reminds me of Chris mostly is just his toughness and his grit and his determination. I would say he was probably feared around the league a little bit and stood up to every challenge possible across the league. And that certainly probably provided him with a little extra room on the ice out there, the type of player that he was.
Shoot and scored! What a goal from Chris Stewart.
Behind the net for Stewart. Stewart wraparound scores in overtime.
He didn't play against his brother, but his brother's in the building to witness that one.
Yeah, you knew with Anthony, and once he got into his second, third year in the league, boy, he was just running over guys. But it was that dedication and just physicality, and he showed up every game, and that's a Mavs type of player. Mav loved him, and he loved him right back again there, and he came here to play every game, every shift.
With Stewart and Richards. Dawes in front for Stewart, scores! It's 5-1 Canada.
Believe you me, that was a great play. Boy, what a nice play by Chris Stewart. Big goal.
On behalf of the Kingston Frontenacs Hockey Club, we'd like to congratulate both Anthony and Chris Stewart on their numbers being raised to the rafters. Couldn't imagine two more deserving guys within the organization.
And now, joined by their wives Shantae and Holly, please welcome Anthony and Chris Stewart.
Need that bucket.
Thank you, Kingston. What a great feeling it is to be back in Kingston to share this moment with my family, friends, next generation of hockey players, but more importantly, my younger brother. I want to start off by saying thank you to the city of Kingston for 4 years and giving me 4 incredible years and going off and having a great career. I also want to thank the Springer family, mainly Doug Springer, who gave us an opportunity to pursue our dream. And I want to make sure that he uses our number because Kingston deserves a Mem Cup. So we're here to help in getting the Mem Cup to Kingston. So thank you, Doug. Please use my number. I'd like to thank my billets, the Campbells, Bergerons, and Petries. And I think my father, Norman, would like to thank you because when we left to Kingston, they didn't have to feed us anymore. It was a big food bill. So I want to thank especially my billet, Rose Bergeron, who was a little bit tough around the edges as she was a military billet, and she taught me about accountability. I tried to sleep in for school one day, and she woke me up and dragged me there, telling me if I want to be a big boy at night, I got to be a big boy in the morning. So thank you to the Bergeron family. I want to say thank you to the fans of Kingston, as it wasn't about the wins and losses. It was showing up and putting in an effort every single night. They would cheer your name. And to this day, 20 years later, we would have fans come up to us saying, we remember you 20 years ago. So thank you to the fans. We would not be here without you today. I'd like to thank my father, Norman, and my 5 sisters who are also in attendance, and my mother, Susan, who could not be here because she passed away many years ago, but thank you very much to our family. We'd not be here without you as well. To my coaches, Jim Holton, Greg Bignell, Tony Cimarello, Jamie Pringle, thank you very much for challenging us and pushing us every day to be better. I'd like to thank my wife, Shantae, and our 4 kids who are in tonight for putting up with me the last bunch of years as well, too. But most importantly, I'd like to thank Larry Mavety. If there was no Larry Mavety, the Stewart brothers would not be standing here. We miss you dearly. And as rough around the edges as Mav was, he had a huge heart, and he went above and beyond for every one of his players. So we would not be here if it wasn't for him. He was a legend, and he deserves more recognition than he gets, helping young men realize and reach their true potential as they pursue their hockey dreams. Okay, and lastly, I'd like to thank my brother Chris. You know, we're not too lovey-dovey, but you know, I'm very, very proud of you. And everyone says I get credit for your career, but all I did was open the door. But you just kicked it down and went on and made a great career for yourselves. Thanks to the Frontenacs for mentioning that he played about 500 more games than me, but thank you for that. But before I pass it to Chris, I just want to say to the young players that are playing right now, and the fans and the players that are from Hockey Equality, if 2 brothers from Scarborough can make it, 2 completely different paths from Scarborough, not from humble beginnings, you too can make it. So pursue your passion, pursue your dreams, and you too can have success. Thank you.
You know, when you find out news like this and, you know, you try to put it into thoughts and words, you know, driving down to 401 today, this is just all surreal. You know, this is an amazing moment for my family, and, you know, we couldn't be prouder. You know, first off, I'd like to thank the great fans at Kingston. I'd like to thank the ownership group, Doug Springer. I'd like to thank my coaching staff, Jim Holton, Tony Cimarello, Jamie Pringle, Corey Cooper. You know, those are guys that when I came down to Kingston, definitely helped me in my development and gave me a crash course in Hockey 101. You know, I came down here with little promise and no promises, and everything had to be earned and not given, and that's something that I took head on. I'd like to thank my billet up there, Cindy Ashton. I know she's up there. You know, thank you for making me feel a part of your family. I know you guys don't know this, but I spent off seasons in Kingston, and that's something that she didn't have to do, and I just wanted to thank her for that personally. You know, to my wife Holly, this crazy game, this crazy world. We've been all the way around the world and back. You know, this is what it's all about. To my dad, Montreal Canadiens fan. Yeah, that's a tough conversation starter, but you know, you coming from Jamaica in the 70s and, you know, having that passion for the Montreal Canadiens was definitely where I found my love of hockey. So, you know, to my kids, to my boys, to everybody else out there, you know, this wasn't supposed to happen. You know, this wasn't supposed to be my path. You know, we doubled down on our development and believed in ourselves, and, you know, the power of belief is real, and I want you guys to chase your dreams, all right? Don't be afraid to bet on yourself. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.